Emily's Journey, a story about small steps and big changes. Hi everyone, it's Monica. Today, I'd like to share a warm and inspiring story with you, one that shows how small acts of kindness and everyday courage can change not just our own lives, but the lives of people around us. So get comfortable, listen closely, and let's begin the story of Emily. Emily grew up in a small town where everyone knew each other's names and where small acts of kindness were part of daily life. Her family didn't have much money, but they valued honesty, hard work, and simple joys. From a young age, Emily found happiness in little things, watching the sunrise, picking wildflowers on her way home from school, or listening to her grandmother's stories in the kitchen. Emily was quiet and thoughtful. She wasn't a star athlete or the most popular girl in class, but her friends trusted her and came to her for advice. She had a special talent for listening. She noticed things that other people missed: a lonely classmate eating lunch alone, a teacher who seemed tired, a neighbor who needed help with groceries. Emily didn't think much about these small gestures, but for the people she helped, they meant a lot. When Emily was 15, her father lost his job. Money was tight, so Emily started working at a local bakery on weekends. At first, she was nervous, but she soon became known for her friendly smile and gentle manner. Customers shared stories about their lives, and Emily learned that everyone faced challenges, big and small. One Saturday, an elderly woman named Mrs. Cooper visited the bakery. She was new in town and looked a little lost. Emily helped her choose some bread and invited her to sit down for a cup of tea. That simple act started a wonderful friendship. Emily began visiting Mrs. Cooper every week, helping with chores, gardening, or just listening to stories about the old days. Mrs. Cooper taught Emily how to bake apple pie, plant tomatoes, and see beauty in ordinary things. Emily's world slowly grew bigger. She joined the debate club at school, even though public speaking made her nervous. She volunteered at the library, read books to children, and organized community events. Every small step built her confidence. She discovered that sometimes just trying, even if you're scared, can lead to great things. But life wasn't always easy. Emily failed her driving test, lost a close friend when they moved away, and struggled with math. There were days when she felt discouraged and wanted to give up. Whenever that happened, she remembered something Mrs. Cooper had told her. Life is like a garden. Some days are full of sunshine, others bring storms. But if you keep caring for the small things, you'll be surprised at how beautiful your life can become. Years later, Emily went to college in another city. She missed her family and her hometown, but she kept in touch with Mrs. Cooper, writing letters and calling often. In the city, she joined a volunteer group, helped clean up the park, and tutored younger students. Emily's kindness didn't make her famous, but it brought her true friends and a deep sense of happiness. Eventually, Emily became a teacher and returned to her hometown. She was no longer shy, but someone her students could count on. She would tell her class, "You don't have to do something huge to make a difference. Sometimes holding the door, saying thank you, or just listening is enough." The biggest changes in life often start with the smallest steps. Looking back, Emily saw that her journey wasn't about big events or dramatic moments. It was about daily choices, each act of kindness, every lesson learned from a mistake, and each time she tried to help someone else. A meaningful life, she realized, is built from 1,000 small moments. Thank you for listening to Emily's story with me today. I hope it inspired you and reminded you that even the smallest step of kindness can change your life, and someone else's too. If you enjoyed this story, let me know. Would you like to hear more stories about Emily's adventures, or maybe about other ordinary heroes? I'd love to share more with you next time. Until then, keep being kind, keep learning, and remember, your small steps make a big difference. See you soon.